Hello everybody and welcome to a Source Gaming discussion. I'm your host NantenJex, and joining me today for his Source Gaming debut is our latest member and newest translator, Kody.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you.
So, I have brought Kody on today because he just attended the Pokémon World Championship 2019 over at Washington, and I wanted to get his impressions on not just the event himself, but also his time with Pokémon Sword and Shield and Pokémon Masters, as both were being demoed at the event for the public. And yeah, why don't we just jump right in with the actual event itself? How was the Pokémon World Championships? I've never actually been to one myself.
It's a really cool event. So I've been going to these kinds of championship events since I was really young, actually. Since 2009, they started adding the video games, started going to them then.
Mm-hmm.
I started going to them every year up until 2014. That was the last World Championships I was at, so it's been 5 years. Every championships I've been at, and including this one, they've always had really great turnouts for the video game, trading card game, and they've even added Pokémon tournament. And the event this year was really great. It really showcased a lot of players' skills with the trading card game especially, and that's mainly what I went to spectate this year, but watching the video game again was nostalgic. That's what I used to play. It was a really great event, and it had a lot of famous faces there too, like different members of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. It was really a great time to meet so many different people that all have the one interest, and that's Pokemon.
I saw you got a picture with Masada, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I waited in a line for a little bit. Originally, you were supposed to have some kind of wristband, and I didn't realize that until about 15 minutes into waiting in the line. But before the event started, about 15 minutes before it started, also, somebody was walking around, a staff member, and he happened to have 2 extra wristbands, so I was still able to meet him anyway, even though I didn't get one at first. That was great.
That's lucky. Well done.
Yes, it was.
But it was overall, like, compared to the last few you've been to, pretty much the same, better now that they've added more stuff like Pokken. Was it more lively? Like, I'm just curious how the event's gotten bigger, because next year they announced it's going to be in London, which I think is the first time it's outside of the US.
Yes,
which means that I can attend.
Yeah, it's the first time it's outside of North America. They had one in Canada a while ago, but they've never gone back there since. It's usually just been in the US, and now it's finally moving outside of North America. The event this year was really great, and it's gotten so much bigger since the last time I went. They have so many, last time I went, the stream was very archaic. I don't even know, I'm not really 100% sure if they had a really great one going that year. The last year is there, 2014. But this year they had streams going for each game, Pokken, TCG, and video game. They concluded it all with all of the players on the main stage, on giant screens displayed everywhere. That wasn't there before either. It was a lot more organized this time too. The amount of people there seemed a lot bigger than the last time I was there too, so it seems like it's gotten more popularity too as it's been around in the public eye, Pokemon players.
Yeah, Pokemon's just been expanding massively over the last few years, and I suppose after this many years of the World Championship running, they've got all the experience now. They've had all their mistakes in the past, and they're making sure they don't make them again.
Yeah, I think that's for the best too. It's definitely run a lot smoother this time. There were a few bumps. I think the countdown at the beginning of this World Championships was I think it was restarted a couple times.
Oh, no.
After they got it going, they ran the event pretty smoothly, so I'm happy with that.
Well, that's good.
I think it went pretty well.
That's good to hear. So, let's talk about them games then. And we'll start with Pokémon Sword and Shield. And I'm curious, how long of Sword and Shield did you get to play? And what was the demo? What did the demo cover? Because I've played a bit of Sword and Shield as well, and it specifically covered just the water gym. And I'm wondering if it's the same thing here. It was.
Yes. I played the same demo, probably. Yeah. Probably the same one.
Okay. And did you just play it the one time through?
So I recorded the footage for it the first time, but after I went back and looked through it, it turned out my footage got corrupted. So I went through and waited again.
Oh, wow.
Recorded another one of my friends who was waiting in the line, and recorded him playing it also. So I pretty much been through the demo twice, I guess.
And what are your general thoughts then on the games? Because a lot of people are obviously a bit worried about Sword and Shield and stuff. And personally, when I played it, I thought it was just like a Pokemon game. I thought graphically it looked pretty good. Like, it didn't look nearly as bad as everyone was attempting to make it out to be. The UI was quite slick. The new Pokemon were quite cool looking, at least the ones that they had there. And overall it looked like it was going to be a good game. But I'm also not like a massive Pokemon fan. I enjoy them. I always get the first one of every generation. But I tend to it's not something I play religiously. Once I do the main story, I tend to stop and not play any of the post game, and so I couldn't. And I haven't done any of the competitiveness side of it. So, from your point of view, as I'm sure someone who likes Pokemon a lot more than me, it seems, what were your thoughts?
Well, I agree, really. Pokemon Sword and Shield seems like it's been getting a lot of hate for I guess it's lacking graphically in some people's eyes, and people are upset about the national decks too. I really see those things as sort of the backseat in Pokemon games, whereas the main experience in them are usually meeting the new characters, experiencing the new Pokemon, and this one definitely incorporates both of those aspects that are important to me really well. I think the new Pokemon that I got to use in that demo were really fun to see, use their different little moves, see what their kinds of moves were, see how they function in battle. I really enjoyed especially the animations of all the characters too, and the UI, I agree, was very slick. I really liked one particular aspect of the gym battle too, where usually a lot of the Pokemon games have a whole big sequence for introducing the gym leader right before you battle them, whereas this one does do that kind of thing, but it doesn't cut between different screens. It's a smooth transition into the Pokemon battle, which I thought was a really cool thing to do, just because the other Pokemon games haven't been that smooth in doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, if it feels like more cinematic, almost like sort of like the introduction is them walking into the arena and stuff, and it's like the battle's practically been loaded at that point, and it plays out the cutscene, so there's no skip, there's no like phase through that you usually get.
Exactly.
And yeah,
it was very well done.
No, I liked it. So of all the new Pokemon, who do you think's your favourite?
Out of all of them introduced so far?
Yeah, well, of all the ones you got to try in the demo, I suppose.
I think I'd have to say I really liked the Emperor, I think the name was. The Corgi Pokemon.
Electric Corgi.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I really liked how cute he was, and when he Gigantamaxed, I really, really liked that his Pokemon cry, got deeper, and it sounded like a large dog barking instead of how he usually is as a little dog.
Cute. So, do you have any concerns from your time with the demo? Anything you're worried about that you hope that Game Freak might manage to fix before the game finally comes out?
The only thing I may be concerned about is just the balance of using the Gigantamax mechanic. I just really want to see it used to its greatest potential. I just don't really want it to be wasted or made less effective during battles. I think during this demo specifically, it was used well because it was saved to the end with the gym leader's Pokemon, but I wonder if maybe they will mix it up and try placing the Gigantamax Pokemon as the middle Pokemon in the gym leader's roster instead of always the end one, just to mix it up a little bit, maybe make it a little differently balanced, because I think if you were to wait out the Gigantamax 3-turn limit, it might be very easy to just have some of your Pokemon faint to that Gigantamax Pokemon, and then you can just bring out yours Gigantamax and win the battle very easily. So I hope they use that mechanic in a few different ways. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the ways that they're going to use Dynamaxing. So far it seems to only be for the gym leaders and then the raid battles, although I'm sure that the villain of the game and the Elite Four will probably use the Dynamaxing as well.
Oh, that's right. The Gigantamax is the form shift, correct?
Gigantamaxing the
Dynamax is the other.
Yeah. even though it really should be the other way around.
Yeah, I that the terminology confused me because they're very close. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, like the one where they just turn giant, you feel should be the Gigantamax thing. It's just like it's a Psyduck Golduck situation.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that I am wondering how they're going to use it, because I've seen people be concerned about Dynamaxing, but like maybe it can't be used at all against friends and stuff. Maybe it is like just a little gimmick that they have in the game for certain key boss battles, let's call them.
Yeah, maybe.
Make them a bit more exciting. Yes. But yeah, any other thoughts about your time with Sword and Shield?
I don't think I have any in particular. I really, other than the seeing the gym leaders animations, I also enjoyed all of the battle transitions and the character animations for all of the other trainers in the gym also, and the puzzle was very nice too. I didn't get tripped up on it very much, but I saw my friend was having a little bit of a hard time, so I guess they did do a good job with it in the end too. And
yeah, it's not too easy for everyone, but not too hard if you're used to Pokemon gym puzzles.
That's right. Yep, and I really liked the variety that they gave to all the trainers in the gym too. It wasn't just water Pokemon. I don't know if that'll be the same outside of the demo, but that was nice too.
Yeah, I was wondering that, because I think the first trainer has like a Vulpix or something.
Yeah,
which,
that's right.
which is like, this doesn't fit in a water dungeon. What's going on?
It's strange.
Yeah. No, we'll just have to see. Do you think you're getting Sword or Shield?
I think I'm getting Shield. I know a lot of people have been calling, what's its name? Zamazenta is the Shield Pokemon on the cover, I think.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah.
They both got weird Z-related names.
Yeah, I like that Pokemon just because it's not the most threatening looking Pokemon, but I like how the shield is kind of framing its head. It looks a little bit goofy, but not too goofy in a way that it's not legendary. I like that.
Nice. I'm going to get Sword, because I always tend to go for the first one. I'm a very simple man.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was Sword and Shield, but what about Pokemon Masters? I haven't had the chance to play that, and I'm a little confused, because I've seen some people seem to have played it, but I'm guessing it's just an open beta, because you can only preload it. I can only preload it. I can't download it. So I'm guessing it's not actually out yet, but people are playing it right now, so I was a little confused about that. But
yeah, it's
if they got a demo of it, I'm guessing it's not out.
Before I played the demo, I was unsure about it. I wasn't. I was very excited because it included a lot of the older characters, but I wasn't sure how the real-time battle mechanics would work with the regular Pokemon formula and how that would play out in a battle. And I wasn't sure about how all of what the other mechanics in the game were going to be to play along with that new battle mechanic. Mm-hmm. And when I actually got to play the demo, I really, really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to be playing this game a lot when it comes out. I mean, it stuttered a bit in terms of the frame rate when it was being played. I think it was on some kind of tablet device there. It was stuttering a little bit, but it definitely wasn't terrible, and it had all of the regular Pokemon 3DS kinds of graphics where all of the Pokemon, all of the trainers were rendered in sort of the Sun and Moon kind of art style. I liked that a lot, and I know that's been shown in a lot of the commercials and stuff already, but it looks very nice on the device in person. I wasn't sure how it was going to play out with that either. Mm-hmm. And playing the demo itself, you started out with, what's 3 trainers? Misty, Brock, and the main Pokemon trainer with the Pikachu. I was able to go through a few different missions in the game.
Okay.
One of the first one was a battle against the Black 2 and White 2 female protagonist. I forgot her name.
Rosa is her name.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So, yes, that was Rosa, and she used her Snivy, and I think there were 2 other trainers on the side. They weren't any iconic trainers, though. They were just randoms, and
just generic trainers. Okay.
Yes, so it pretty much showed you the different battle mechanics and guided you through that way. You couldn't change your team at that point or anything like that. But that first battle kind of introduced me to the mechanics, and you basically have to tap on each of the enemy Pokemon to aim all 3 of your Pokemon at them and try and knock them out. And there's also that mechanic they've shown in the trailers where after a certain amount of turns you have access to a more powerful super move. It reminded me of the Z moves in the demo, where Brock did that pose and his
does his iconic pose.
Yeah, exactly. And his Pokemon did a powerful move against the enemy. And I did the same thing. I did it with Misty this time just to see what she would do. And she was using her Starmie, and that did this powerful move also. So I thought that was very well done. It was really cool to see that. After I played through that battle, though, I had access to other trainers that I could use, not just those 3. I was able to play with Whitney, who I don't know if has been shown in any of the material that being in the game. I'm not sure.
I think she might have been in that flash pan of all the trainers. They had one scene where just loads and loads of trainers go by. She may have been in there, in Whitney.
Yeah, but she wasn't shown being used or anything like that, so I immediately tried her out. I used her, Rosa, and Misty on a team in my other playthrough of a mission.
Okay.
I found out some more battle mechanics where some characters have longer wait times for their moves, too. So the way each of the trainers work with their Pokemon is you have to wait a certain amount of time before they can do their attack, and I happen to choose 3 trainers that all have to wait the longest time. So the battle was still simple, and all the enemies were not very difficult trainers to beat, but it took me a little longer because of that, and that was an interesting mechanic to find out about, though. It made me think more about how I want to balance my team when I actually do play the game.
You don't just want to fill it with all your favorites. You want to think tactically about which Pokemon you have a match up with. Makes sense.
That's right. And you're also given items and things after each battle, and coins. I'm not entirely sure what they do in the game yet, but they're probably going to be significant. After that battle, it kind of rooted me over to this other part of the main hub area. I was given a TM, I think, for Thunderbolts, and I was able to teach the main trainer's Pikachu Thunderbolts that way. So you also have access to other moves you can teach your Pokemon. That probably goes along with that, balancing the time aspect of each battle. So you probably want to coordinate your moves in such a way that you'll have some moves that charge shorter and some that charge longer.
Yeah, so keep up some attack with one Pokemon, and
that's
then
right.
When the big one's built up, do a massive attack on it to take it out, sort of thing.
Yep.
Chip damage and then the takedown.
Yes.
Do you pick which train? You said you tap the opponent's Pokemon, but how do you decide which of your Pokemon attack that one? Do you have to tap on your one first and then tap the next one, or is it based on the person in front, or do they all just attack the same Pokemon at the same time?
Yeah, I think that they just all attack the same Pokemon, so they all aim at one Pokemon at the same time. When you switch between your own trainers, you have to tap on your own trainer's Pokemon, and then you can use their moves that way. A little menu pops up underneath them after you tap on them.
Okay.
But I think they all attack the same Pokemon.
Okay, it sounds pretty fun. I've been looking forward to Pokémon Masters myself, and looking at all the Pokemon they've been bringing up, all the trainers they've been bringing up. Just because, like you said earlier, having a lot of the older trainers like Chris from Pokemon Crystal, for example, come back.
Yeah.
And deciding based on the trainers as opposed to just the Pokemon, I think is really enticing and interesting idea.
Yeah, that seems like a really great idea, bringing back old trainers who aren't usually in the games anymore, like Chris. And I'm curious if they might bring back some trainers that maybe haven't had the chance to come back because they haven't been in the series, like Pokemon Coliseum and XD.
Yeah, the spin-off sort of trainers.
Yes,
like
right.
Wes and even the girl from Pokemon Ranch, like really go out there.
That's right.
That would be good. I wonder how frequently they'll update it with trainers, because obviously there was a few people I've seen from the open beta and the demo, but there's still a bunch from the trailer that aren't in the demo yet, like Sabrina and Giovanni and Silver and Hilda and Hilbert are both, like, they're in the trailers. You even see what Pokemon they've got, but they're not in the demo or the open beta. So
yeah, I wonder
how frequently they'll update it.
Yeah, I wonder how frequently they'll update it too, and I wonder how long it will take to eventually go through all of the trainers they do have in the main games, and then start looking for those kinds of newer trainers or trainers that are new to a lot of people older in the series.
Yeah, having to move over to Sword and Shield and then start going over spin-offs, and maybe there'll be more trainers from if they do a sequel to Sword and Shield, and
that's possible.
See how long it goes. But it sounds fun from your description of it. Like, it sounds like a good take on a mobile Pokemon gacha game.
Yeah, I really think they translated the mechanics well. I like how they translated the Pokemon battle mechanics into kind of a real-time strategy instead of turn-based.
Yeah, that as well. It means you get something different, which is especially good because it means it won't be competing with Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I'm guessing it comes out at around the same time, because I think this is meant to be coming out in the fall. I'm pretty sure they said it would be by the end of this year. So
they actually did announce the release date. It comes out next week.
Oh,
I don't know the exact date, but at the end of next week, I think it comes out.
Oh wow, okay, man, I missed that. Actually, yeah, looking around, actually, yes, summer 2019. I've seeing on some places that is literally the end of summer 2019. It's the end of next week. Oh wow. Okay then. Well, I guess a lot of people get to try it out very soon.
Yep, that's right. I'm really looking forward to the release. I will definitely be playing it a lot when it does.
Nice. So, any last thoughts about anything that you got to experience at the Pokémon World Championship, Kody?
Oh, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him. Imakuni. He's such a hilarious Pokemon. I don't know how to describe him, really. I guess he has been involved with the Pokemon series for a while, and it turned out he was at the Pokemon Championships too. It was pretty hilarious.
Was he the guy who has that weird Pokemon card?
Yes, he does. He has a few different weird ones in Japanese, and
he appears in the trading card game, I think.
Yes, in the trading card game. He was even in the Game Boy.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I mean. The Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's where I know him from.
Yeah, so he was even there too. They really had a lot of people from Pokemon's past there to celebrate at the World Championships.
Nice. Sounds like a great event. Hopefully they'll do the same thing, or maybe make it even better next year. When it's in London, because then I can attend.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it'll go in London too. I really hope a lot of people from Europe get to travel and see that this time.
Yeah. Really hype up that Gala region. Really got to go all out with it.
Yeah, they really did. That was such a great place to put the World Championships, considering all of the references in Sword and Shield. Alright,
well, thanks for coming on, Kody, and giving the audience your experience of the event and Sword and Shield and Masters. If everyone here listening liked what they heard, please let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube stuff. Hit the bell icon. I'm sure we'll have Kody on for more videos later down the line now that he's officially joined the team.
Happy to be here. I really enjoy it.
So look forward to hearing more from him and seeing some of his translations when they're out. Special thanks to all of our patrons on screen right now. If you want to support us through Patreon, there is a link down in the description below. But don't feel obligated. You don't have to. It's entirely just sharing the video with your friends is also plenty support for us. So thank you if you can do that. And with that, always remember to return to the source.